Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How is everyone doing this lovely evening? I hope you had a beautiful day. You know what I need to do first and foremost? I need to see if I'm buffering. And let me see. Oh, I'm not buffering. Forehead look good. Everything look good. So that's great. Let me go and share out this stream real quick. How is everyone doing? I hope you had a lovely day. I'll tell you about my day in a few minutes. Let me just share this out. It's cold. It is freezing. It's another cold day. Another cold day out here. Ooh. Mm-mm. Another cold day. I don't know if I can handle much more coldness. Hey, Candy girl. Oh, Candy girl. How are you? How was your day? Um, I like to remind everyone to please like, subscribe, share, and turn on your lovely notification bells. And if you can, give me a thumbs up or down, whichever works best for you. I'm going to check me out real quick. How was your day, Candy girl? Yeah. hmm I'm super excited about today. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think this is gonna be. Hey, J Dog, what's going on, Jeremy? How are you? How you feeling, Jeremy? I haven't seen you in a while. Well, it's not a while, but you know what I mean. Just checking on you. Um, you were checking on your plants you had outside. Okay. Is the weather like this down in the islands right now? Because I sure could use some heat right now. Like it's cold. I don't like the cold at all. It seems like, all right, so I'll tell you the truth, right? I had a winter coat on and I feel like people were making fun of me because I had a winter coat on, but it was like every minute it was hot, then cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. So I was like, forget that. I'm wearing my winter coat. And plus we have a season of, virus. So they say cover up as much as you can in order to not get it. So I just did it. Oh my goodness, Patty D, how are you? Good to see you again. How are you? You feeling better now? You what? Oh man. I'm sorry to hear that, Jess, but I'm glad that you're out. It's very hot. I want it to be very hot. I really do. My ideal temperature is like 90 degrees with no humidity. Now that right there. Ooh, I could do that night and day, especially at night, because when the sun goes down, that's when you get all the cold air. It's cold in Ohio. Mm, 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 mm. It only gets cold around Christmas. Like, what's a cold temperature for you around Christmas? Is it like 70 degrees? Does that constitute cold for you? We got to keep you out of the hospital. Oh, snap. We have a member. We have a member. And it's Stephanie. Hey, Steph, how are you? That's the hype man in the house. Hi, Piggy Down. How are you? Good to see you guys. Hi to Positive Impact Mukbang. Look, why did I call you Positive Impact? The Positive Mukbang. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. 55 degrees. Yeah, that's cold. That's extremely cold. Well, I'm excited. So let me tell you how my day went. So I woke up this morning. Of course, I was in the break room and then I was perusing YouTube a little bit. And see, other than that, oh, I dropped off some stuff at the post office. I had a package at the post office. But when I looked at the line and I didn't have my mask on, don't hurt me. I didn't have my mask on because I was just going in and out real quick. And I was like, I'm not waiting on that line. Plus, I was parked at the corner where if you turn too tight, my car would have been gone. So I said, I'll come back another day. So I need to go back tomorrow, hopefully before the rush, to get whatever package is waiting for me. So I did that. I did some little errands here and there, and now I'm here. It's a digestive issue. Oh, did you eat something bad, Jeremy? Hey, Crystal, how are you? Good to see you, Crystal. I think I saw you this morning. Did I? Oh no, that was yesterday. I saw you yesterday. It was good like candy. Let me tell you, man, if every day could be like today, I think I would be in pure utopia. And I don't mind that. You had a burrito? Oh, like did you make it yourself or did you buy it? Um, yeah, Candy Girl, it was okay. I wish I had more orders to fulfill. That would have made my day even more exciting. But I'm not gonna complain, you know what I mean? Um, oh yeah, that's right. You guys are close by each other. Ooh, Kim says she's mad at me because you didn't have a mask on. Oh Lord. Tell Kim it was in and out real quick. Nowhere near people. You on IG live too? Me? No. Mm-mm. I don't do the only live that I go on is primarily YouTube. I don't do the IG like I think I did IG live maybe once in a blue moon last year, but I usually typically go live off of YouTube. And if I and before I had my 1,000, that's when I probably went live from my what you call them from Instagram. You bought a frozen. Oh no. I guess you have to start making your own food now. That's terrible. So yeah, then tonight is gonna be interesting. Um I have Mukbang and Things coming on tonight. And what I think is really interesting about her is that I met her. I didn't even really meet her, to be honest. I didn't even really meet her. I somehow was just, you know how I bounce around in chats and stuff like that. And I just have at the time I happened to be going to Dining with Zion's chat a whole lot. And then all I heard was everybody talking about mukbang, mukbang, mukbang. This person mukbang, mukbang. And I would see her in the chat and they would say, like, you know, mukbang be holding the chat down, you know, as far as being a moderator. And I was like, oh wow. And I was like, well, I don't know if I should fear this person or not because, you know, they seem like you don't mess with them. And of course, you know, you have a healthy fear or whatever. So then eventually I saw the avatar, and then I never did go on her page. I didn't go on her page at all. I just was like, "Oh, you go live?" I think one day it just mentioned live or something like that. And I was like, she was like, "Yeah, she goes live." I didn't know that. So I finally caught her live one day, and I was like, "Oh, snap, that's mukbang." I never knew how she looked. I didn't know what she sounded like because all I remember was the avatar. So from there, I always had like a healthy respect for mukbang. I don't know if you guys know who Mukbang and Things is. Hey, Marlies, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. I don't know if you guys know who Mukbang is. Um, yeah, she'll hold it down. But like I said, I would be in one chat and there you'd be like, oh snap, mukbang is here, and then I would go to another chat, and then it's another mukbang is here, and it's like it just seemed like, you know, I was still fairly new with the whole going to YouTube lives, and so all I knew of this mukbang person was that she is all over the place and she does not sleep because the time when I was at Dining with Zion's chat, it was like it had to be going on like 11 or 12 or something like that. And my thing was like, okay, I got to go do schoolwork or whatever she was doing. So I didn't know what she did, right? So all I knew at that point was that she was in school. And so I was just like, okay. Then maybe one or two came around and I'm hanging with Dining with Zion because like she's trying to get her hours. And you know, the more people that are in your chat, the more closer you get to your hours and such. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna stay here, hang out with her, play the games that she's playing and whatever. And then all of a sudden you see the avatar come up. Y'all still here? And then Dinah was on. I was like, oh snap, Mukbang, you just came out of nowhere. So, from there on, I was like, okay, she's a cool person. Like Mukbang is a very cool person. Hey, Carry On Jeff, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. Good to see you. Good to see you. Where did you get those earrings? Let me tell you. Yeah, she be in the streets. I saw her this morning too. These earrings, they're mustard and ketchup. I picked them up at an event that I was at. It was my very last, yeah, it was. It was my very last holiday event of 2019, and that event was terrible. But the woman next to me was selling earrings. And when you looked at they're clay earrings. And when you looked at her thing, she had ladybugs, she had pineapples, she had limes, she had oranges, she had hot dogs, hamburgers. I was like, oh, I want to get salt and pepper. I was like, oh, I want to get everything, right? But I was like, well, I can't get a hamburger because I don't eat those things, right? So I ended up getting the ketchup and mustard and the lime earrings that you guys know that came right back to me. Hey, Carolyn Eats, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. And that's pretty much how I got these, Crystal. Yeah, we could be awesome together for sure. If you guys don't know each other, please check each other out. I always encourage everyone getting to know each other and doing all that you can to get to know other YouTubers, maybe, see that's how collaborations are built and made out of. You just never know. You have no idea. So definitely do your best to get to know people. As a matter of fact, let me get some of these messages out of the way. So tomorrow's Tuesday, I will definitely be doing Beat the Jiggle. If you don't know what Beat the Jiggle is, it's like a little exercise forum that we put together just in the midst of waiting for the virus to go and for things to open up and such. So I'll be doing Beat the Jiggle. It's at 7:30 tomorrow. So come with your mats, some flowy clothes, yoga, gym clothes, whatever you want. We'll just exercise for like a half an hour. If you want to join the membership, check out the link somewhere down there. Read it, listen to it. If you want to join, you can. Up to you. What's the other thing? Other thing is on Wednesday at 2:30 in the afternoon, we will be cooking. We'll be doing Soul Sister cooking. It's going to be me, Reborn Artist Life, and Mukbang, Stephanie 50 and Mukbang. She will be here as well. So we'll be here on my channel at 2:30 on Wednesday. Let me think, is there anything else that I wanted to say? If you want, you can definitely go to my website and check out different things. You got t-shirts, hoodies. We need hoodies still now because it's freezing outside. Socks. We have tank tops, all that good stuff. So, check everything out. Great story now. Yes, I see you. Hey, Donna Ray, how are you? So, guys, I really hope that you enjoy this interview because I don't know if you guys know her that well. I mean, I don't really know her that well, but I would love to get to know what she is all about. So I guess without further ado, I want to invite Mukbang N Thangs so we can talk about a lot of things. Get it? Yes. Hey, girl, how are you?
Hello.
Welcome
Hi,
to
Joy.
the world. Good to see you.
You too. Spring y'all wasn't trying to let me be great.
Yeah. Oh, for real? Give you a problem?
Yeah, it wouldn't let me. It would not let me connect. So I was like, if I keep having this problem, I'm just gonna have to do it from my cell phone, which I didn't want to do because I didn't want to be holding it and all that, setting up a tripod. So
Right.
anyway, I'm here.
That's
Hi.
great. Guys, if you have any questions for Mukbang, please put question marks in front of and behind. That way we can ask her. So the first thing I want to know is what made you start YouTube?
Um, what made me start YouTube was it was something that I had talked about doing for a long while with my kids. Um, I didn't really want to do like the whole mukbang thing
Mhm.
so necessarily. I really just wanted to cook and show vegan meals. That's all. It was my veganism, my vegan journey and all that is kind of what inspired me and pushed me to start YouTube. So that was the first thing. And I watched some other YouTubers and stuff like that. I studied it a little bit before I got into it, maybe for like a year, and then I kept saying I'm gonna do it, and I kept putting it off, because I'm a really private person. But then finally, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I guess I would say my children and my vegan journey is what really started me towards YouTube.
Mm. Are you enjoying it so far?
It has its good days and its bad days. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
I enjoyed it a lot more in the beginning. When like the more that I know, it it can get a little difficult, but for the most part, I do enjoy it if it's somebody that I can connect with as far as those meals go, or things like that, or something that I said. Then something that you can incorporate into your life, then that's an enjoyable experience for me.
Mhm.
I do enjoy the relationships that I have made since I've been here as well. So
And how long have you been
yeah,
on YouTube?
since August of 2019,
Oh, almost a year.
so 9 months now. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, like
snap.
9 months now.
For some reason, I thought you were on here like 2 years plus. Like I didn't know it was that
No,
recent. Huh.
yeah, it was everything just went really fast, and it just seemed like I was just doing so much grinding. And I mean, I wouldn't change anything about the journey and stuff like that. But once I got to that place of like monetization and stuff like that, I just felt really, really burnt out because I had been doing grinding nonstop day and night for 6 months straight. Never, ever, ever take a break. It's YouTube is like the job that you're always clocked into but never really getting paid for. So
Mm,
when you go to work, you clock in, you clock out after your 8 hour shift. You never really clock out from YouTube. You never really clock out unless you're asleep. And then when you wake up, usually the first thing you do is reach for your phone or whatever, and you're back clocked in.
mhm, mhm.
So yeah.
I mean, since you started off with just doing the veganism, and now
Mhm.
you came up with this whole concept of the so what, like what was behind that? What was behind the whole so what challenge?
um, so what is you know it's really taken off, and that's great. So many people have taken that challenge and just made it their own and embraced it, and that's all I wanted for that. And I was like, I'm going to do a compilation video that's going to be coming up this week, but the videos are coming in so fast that every
Mhm.
time, it's like I have to start over again. So I will, in during that compilation video, I am going to talk about and discuss how the So What challenge came about and how it was birthed. I was on a panel. I was on a panel, and I was with some other people and some other content creators, and we were talking about um, just having self confidence and how, people will shun you for things in your life. And as I was talking, I just began to say, so what? I mean, it really just fell out of out of my mouth like that. And I have the footage. I'm going to include that in my compilation that I'm going to do. But it really, serious, like I just threw it up. And it was just like, so what to all your adversities? So what to all your fears? So, and it just, that's really how it was birthed. And I just really wanted people to have a chance to take back their power over, bullying, over, people shunning you. Sometimes it's things that you can't help. Say for instance, you have a list, or you stutter or things like that. These are normal makeups of who you are, but people can make you feel bad about that.
Mhm.
So that was the whole concept for me. I mean, yeah, I have this thing. Yeah, I'm a single mom, but so what? Okay, now that you know that, and I've taken the power back on that, and I've said so what to it, now you can move on. What's next?
Yeah,
You
and
know?
speaking of moving on, what I have noticed about, and I think I told you about it too, when I've seen the few so whats that I've seen,
Uh-huh.
one thing I've noticed is, and I think it's a human trait for majority of us, is that we all have some type of fear of somebody not accepting us or just
Yeah.
being shy. Like, I'm like, if we all have that same type of demeanor about ourselves, what do we do next? Because I think that this has opened up something where we can come up with solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, so now we all set our so whats. What do we do next? Right? Because we got to build up off of that. In order to become whole again, we have to now move forward. Okay, I shed it out. So now what am I going to do to make it better?
Yeah, and I mean, you and we discussed that very same question, and I agree. It's like, but I feel like that has to be intentional, just like the so what was for each individual person. You have to be intentional on how you move forward after that. You know, it's not like you just saying so what, and I'm just because but a lot of these so what's, they aren't things that we need to change. It's just who we are. It's just what we are. It's not necessarily a bad behavior or a character defect. Um, People have taken it and made it whatever they want it to be for them. And that's fine because it is very individualistic.
Right.
Um, so, what your so what is, it will be different from what mine's is and things like that. But like you said, we now that we have done this, we've said so what to these things. Now what? And I don't think that is something that we can really get into with people, because I just feel again that it has to be intentional. Per person, they have to decide how they want to move forward with that, because some people saying these things were this is the first time that they ever said this stuff out loud. It's
Mhm.
the first time that they had ever written this stuff down on paper. That's why you saw a lot of tears and things like that with people, because it was like a breaking, you know, of something that they didn't even necessarily know was covered, or something that they didn't know, was so painful until you say it out loud. And I feel like when you say those things out loud and you go ahead and acknowledge that for yourself, then you can move forward. These things do not have to hold you back. A lot of times we'll have shame in our lives, or, the way that we grew up, that which we have no control over, or different things like that. People will take that as a shame, and it's easier for other people to attack that in you, in which you don't accept about your own self. So I really commend and applaud everybody who did it. Some people went really deep with it. Some people kept it light. They didn't want to get heavy. Some people kind of laughed about it. It was all for them. That opportunity was for them to do it how they wanted to do it. But those people that, again, I've had so many people DM me like so many people DM me and send me messages and things like that saying, I feel so free. I felt empowered. I feel liberated. I've never said this stuff out loud before, and it was really difficult. But when I got through it, I felt so much better. And that was really my prayer for it. That was what I saw. That was what God birthed in me that day. It just did not come from me. It really just came from God. That's the only way how I can explain it. So yeah. Hey y'all.
Yes, a lot of people that just came in. Hey, Eating with Miss P, Mama's Touch, Carter's. We got a member. We got a member. And it's Carter's Eat. How are you? Hey, as told by Tina, Miss Terrell, what's going on? Anybody I missed? Julia H, how are you? Again, if you guys have questions for Mukbang, please ask her in question marks. Hey, Bambi, how are you?
Hey, Bambi.
Yes.
Hey, Tina, Carter, Miss Terrell, Eating with Miss P, Stephanie, Picky Dell. Hi, everybody. Hey, Carolyn.
So what other projects are you working on?
I don't know. I don't know. Other than I do still want to do what's for dinner. I do still want to do a cookbook. That is something that oh Joy, don't try to act surprised. Cut it out. Yeah, I mean I do plan on doing a cookbook, At what point I don't know. I just wanna there are some recipes I think that have stood out more than others. So I want to take those things and, maybe do a volume 1, a volume 2. That's always been a dream of mine because I write. I love writing. So I figured why not incorporate my love of writing and my love of cooking into a book. So I don't want to just do like a typical cookbook. I want to do like a cookbook with a message in every recipe, a deeper life. Girl, I'm planning on doing a cookbook.
Okay, no, we're listening. We're just like, okay.
I do want to do a cookbook. And as far as my YouTube channel, I mean, that I've had that, as a dream of mine to do way before the YouTube thing and stuff like that. Even before I became vegan, cooking has always just been something that I really love. I like creating new dishes and things like that. I don't read like a lot of cookbooks myself or even watch a lot of cooking channels because I don't like to be influenced even subconsciously by things that other people create. And I think that can happen sometimes very innocently. But if I'm in a creative realm where I'm trying to create something like, how can I make this work? I don't really want to pick up those influences from other people. I want to see how I can do, what I can do to make it and create it. So yeah, that's probably the only thing, that I have coming up.
What made you want to become vegan?
That watching the documentaries, I watched the one with the health. I watched Forks Over Knives. It really was nothing like I've always tried to be a little bit conscious of what I ate and stuff like that. Like I wasn't eating pork, I was eating like chicken and fish, seafood here and there, but it wasn't like a whole lifestyle thing for me at the moment. Like, oh, what can I do? I watched that documentary, and after I watched the documentary, I stopped eating meat from that day forward.
Yeah.
So it was so I was so affected by it, and I was affected by the things that happened in government as far as food are concerned, and kind of disgusted me. So I really went hard. Like I really changed so many things. I was probably a lot more stricter on myself in the beginning than I am now. I know a lot more now. I know what works for my body and all that kind of stuff like that. But like I was, listen, I wasn't doing no oils. I was cooking everything in water. Water was my oil. It was crazy, but
Really?
yeah.
What's the difference between the oils?
Huh?
What was the difference with the oils?
It was the fat. It was the fat. We have good fat, we have bad fat and things like that. And so I could understand a little bit more that I wasn't using any oils at all.
Hmm.
And that was rough for to get used to, but it is possible. I mean, I had done that before, like when I had did fast.
Mhm.
I had cooked without oils and things like that. Cook using chicken broth and water. You can totally do that.
Mhm.
So yeah, but that was really what made me go vegan. And then I started thinking about all of watching the documentaries and stuff. I started thinking about my family and all of the illnesses that we had acquired in my family, the high blood pressure, the diabetes and things like that, and heart disease and stuff. And the what the documentary suggested to me was what I got out of it was these things are not necessarily hereditary. It's just that we eat the same way as our families did.
Mhm.
So, you know, some of us are have a more predisposed system where we will pick up things and stuff like that. So I definitely wanted to change that. I didn't want to I didn't want to have diabetes and, high blood pressure and, all of the women in my family, mostly like my aunts and all that stuff. By the time they were my age and younger, they were already on medications and things like that for it. So,
There's a question. Is olive oil better since it's supposed to be a healthy fat?
um, better than what?
Probably canola or vegetable. I
Yeah,
mean,
I would say so. I mean, I don't necessarily use avocado oil. I mean, it's not something that I set out to use. I use grapeseed oil.
me too.
I Yeah, I also use extra virgin olive oil. It just kind of depends on what's on sale at the time. But vegetable oil, I gave that up.
Mm-hmm. Have your kids
Yeah,
had
that
a hard time transitioning vegan? Are they vegan too, or are you strict with them on that?
No, I mean, because they're grown, they kind of make their own choices and a lot of times buy their own foods and stuff. Like, they everybody doesn't live with me, so I
Mhm.
only have one child that's under 18. She's 13, and for the first year, she was 100% vegan because she had to eat everything that I cooked. But when she was out on weekends and things like that, go to her other parents' house, um, she would eat meat. And so she's like, "Oh, these are my cheat days when I go over there. These are my cheat days when I come back home." I'm like, it kind of don't work like that, but yeah. So I would say that she's still probably about maybe 90% vegan,
Mhm.
but I don't force that on her. Um, she eats what I cook. She has never not eaten anything that I cook and stuff like that. And a lot of her meals and stuff outside of dinner are like quick meals. You know what I'm saying? She's a teenager, so she might eat some noodles or something, make a sandwich or whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, the other ones they eat what I cook too. Sometimes I still get that what's this kind of thing, and I be like, oh, don't worry about
Do you
it.
do you think that you've maybe reversed some of those possible health illnesses because you've transitioned into vegan?
I hope so. Um, I I never really had. Only thing that I've had as far as like when I go get blood work done and things like that, thing that has always been constant for me is my iron.
Hmm.
Is usually low and it fluctuates and stuff. So that's the only thing that I have over the years have always been battling with. I never really had the blood pressure issue or like diabetes or borderline this or anything like that. So I do hope that anything that was to come, I did kind of reverse it. It's not 100% that we can control these things with diet and exercise, but I believe that you can. I mean, I've heard of people that have been diagnosed with these things and have made certain lifestyle changes and totally reversed things, once
Hmm.
they made those lifestyle changes and stuff.
Do you ever
So
been dabbling into like, what do you snack on as a vegan?
I eat a lot of nuts.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I eat a lot of cashews, almonds, walnuts, just regular peanuts. Um, I don't do like yogurts and things like that. Even some of the non-dairy ones or whatever, I don't really, like. Um, I do have a bad little addiction to chips. So I do still have my chips, but I do a lot of snacking on on like fruits
Hmm.
and things like that. Fruits and nuts is I do eat a lot of nuts and also like I'll eat popcorn, things like that. I love to snack. I love to snack.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's a problem with all of us. Like, I think all of us
Yeah,
have issues with snacking on something. Yes, want that
yeah.
snack. Stephanie says she loves her snacks.
I'm telling you, it's like woo. I haven't gotten to the point where I can give up chips yet, and I'll do kale chips and all that kind of stuff like that, but I just need my chips.
I can actually say because I think LSP is trying to do a challenge with no sugar, no chips. I haven't had a chip since last Sunday, and that's a big deal. Um,
Really?
yeah, because I used to have like the big bags, like
Yeah.
family size bags. I would crush that by the end of the day. And I mean, like, not even end of the day. Let's say I bought it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. By like 8 o'clock, that bag is
Mhm.
on. And I always attribute it to maybe because all the air is majority air and no chip and whatever. But it's like, for me,
Yeah.
like, I got to get the same flavor as the other chip. And if it doesn't have that same flavor as the other chip, or if it's a little dull, then I need to hurry up and eat something to make it cover up for that chip that lost the flavor? So I don't know. So I know you had mentioned you wrote 3 books. I mean, I'm just saying, I heard that once or twice you say, what were those books about?
um, I'm gonna just answer this question real quick from Candy Girl Gardner. She says she has bad asthma. What do you
Okay.
recommend? Um, my daughter has asthma too, so I don't know if you eat a lot of dairy, but I would recommend that you cut out your dairy, your cheese, your milk. You know, I feel like dairy is a big culprit of inflammation.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't know necessarily if that. I'm not saying that that's going to cure your asthma, but it may help. I made it help for my daughter. Help with sinus issues and all that stuff like that. And her asthma definitely like she don't have a big problem with asthma anymore. It's more like seasonal now.
Hmm.
So if she gets a really, really, really bad cold, she might need an asthma pump. But usually, for the most, I don't even usually have one on hand anymore because it's kind of like gone in that way. But I would just suggest cutting out all dairy from your diet if you can.
Yeah, I agree with that. I used to have my seasonal allergies and I cut out dairy for the most part. and I don't really have problems. Like maybe if I'll eat, like I had pizza. Thankfully, I burnt it up today, so I only ate like maybe half a slice. But usually, when I have cheese or anything like that, I'll wake up with sinuses and whatnot. So
Yeah.
you
And it'd
definitely.
be all kinds of stuff. Like you might find that your face is puffy, you
Mhm.
feel a little swollen and all that stuff. Dairy, y'all.
Yeah,
Cheese.
that stuff. It's like, think about
I
it.
know it tastes good.
Yeah, a calf doesn't drink its mother's milk once it becomes an adult, so maybe we shouldn't eat
Correct.
cheese either. So
Correct. But anyway, back to your question. Um, I kind of write short stories,
hmm,
and some things have been longer than others. Some have started off as short stories and ended up as like full length feature books or novels and things like that. I don't feel that they're ready yet. They're complete, but I'm not complete. So
what's that mean?
I'm not complete. I just have some things that I need to accomplish first, that I have to finish, that I have to complete before I actually release. Um, I think even though my books are not, I don't think my books fall into that urban category. They might like I don't you like you had your stuff in like an urban bookstore or whatever, right? But I'm not really into that urban category thing, but I know I definitely speak from a voice of probably a black southern type of voice. That's kind of the style that I use in my writing. And
I think I know what you're saying, but you're not gonna fit in anywhere. Just put your book anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna fit anywhere. Like my book cover, I remember in Newark, New Jersey, I went to a African American bookstore, and the
uh,
woman wanted to compare my book cover with other book covers, and I was like, I don't fit in, and she was like, I know, but can you change your book cover? And I'm like, I could change my book cover, but knowing me, I'm not, because I don't want to fit in. So like, just put your book anywhere. It doesn't matter. Somebody's gonna pick it up if you market it good. They're gonna just look for your stuff anyway. And you have a nice
yeah,
spot in it
you
too.
know,
You have a nice
and
spot
my
in
thing
there.
is, some people are like, "Oh, I want to be a New York Times bestseller." That's not my goal. It's not my judge. It's more of just bringing life to these characters and having somebody read it and relate to it. Like as I've had focus groups for many years. I've had table reads with a select group of people that I trust that are readers and things like that. And they were so into it, like, and it was like, okay, when's the next chapter? I gave it to them chapter by chapter, and like, when
Yeah.
is the next chapter coming? When is the next chapter? Like, they was on me about these next chapters. So I know it's a good story. I know that they're good stories. I've been already told that by my professors and things like that in school. It's just you know, not completely ready yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. And then again, some of them are, I think, continuations. Not something that needs to be put into one book, but some of them are continuations that needs to go into. We're gonna follow this life for a minute. So
So like maybe a short
everything.
monologue, like a screenplay monologue type of thing.
I don't know. No, I don't think a screenplay. Although I was told by some professors that I write my writing seems like it's for TV. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You never know. You kind of never know how because there have been many books that have been written that have been adapted to TV shows and movies and things like that. So you never know. I know I could write a screenplay. I could definitely adapt something to a screenplay. It's totally different than writing it out as a book. You have to really focus on character development. And I do that with everybody anyway, even if it's a character that you see and that you meet in my book in only chapter 2 and 3, I totally develop that character, what I think that character looks like, smells like, sounds like, how tall the person is, whether or not they smoke, how they walk, their demeanor, their attitude. I develop all that. I think it's important. And like I say, even if you only see this character for chapter 2 and 3, it helps me keep everything in perspective.
So we had one question in the chat. Where can we find the books, Mukbang?
You can't find them. They're in my heart.
Wait.
They're in my heart.
Look at that, like a trilogy. Look, you got people don't even know what the title is and they still want to buy it already.
Yeah, I guess, it could be like a trilogy. But no, I haven't released anything. Hi, sincerely Nadia. I haven't released anything yet. Okay? Let's just say yet.
Okay. I guess I could go with that. Like
Are people still excited about reading like they used to be? I mean, I am, but I don't know about people. We're so immediate now where, we just want to cut the computer on or tap out on our phone, and I don't even want to I'm not even into the whole digital thing. I mean, I know I probably have to. Yeah, but I still do paperback books and things like that. I still buy books.
Would you have a book club? Maybe that could be something you could do.
No.
Oh.
Because I've done it before, and I wouldn't want to run it. Okay. I would be a part of a book club, yes, but I wouldn't want to run the book club. Just because it's a lot that comes with it, and I've done that before, and I just really don't have the time for it right now. That's the only reason why. But I love reading.
I know on behalf of Be the Difference Clothing, we would love to purchase your first book or your cookbook, whichever comes out this year. I mean, this year you said?
No, you said. You said. I didn't say.
Well, whenever you decide, we would love to buy your first book. Because we like to support people in any way we can.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. You cool peoples. Definitely cool peoples. So what is the next challenge you might be dropping?
I really don't know, because after I had did that my first challenge was recite that, eat this. Mm-hmm. And I said I wasn't going to do another challenge until I hit 2K. Like, I was going to be inspired to do this challenge once I hit 2K subscribers. And then, like I said, that one just kind of like was birthed that day during that live stream, and it just kind of like went. So I had no, you can't really, sometimes you have plans for things, but God has a different plan. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I didn't think big, long, and hard about the So Long challenge. It just came about. It just was. It really was birthed in a moment. Mm-hmm. The first one challenge that I did was, I thought a lot about it, what I wanted to do, with that, a way that I could bring people together in a fun way, by talking about their favorite book, movie, television show, things like that. And I had a lot of fun with that challenge. I had a lot of fun with that, but I don't know. I don't want to be like the challenge girl. You know what I'm saying?
Why not? If it's working not that it's working for you, but if it's having such a big impact on people. Because like for me, doing that So What challenge was like the hardest thing I had ever done in my life. And it's like, you're kind of like, if you're being honest, mm-hmm. like all of us are being honest, whether you put it on camera or not, like you're just expressing yourself. And I don't know, I can't talk for anyone else, but it's very hard for me to express myself. And for me to actually do it on camera, that was
share it.
Big deal, huh?
I said, and not only do it on camera, but share it.
Yeah, no, no, doing it on camera. I was, a lot was going on just doing it on camera. And yeah, sharing it too, because sharing it too took a lot to do, even though it wasn't even that big a deal. But it's just when you are doing something that you don't normally do, of course it's uncomfortable. And I kind of like, that's why I kind of like gravitated to this challenge. And for everybody that I find out that does it, I also have a playlist, and I've put all of those on playlists. I,
Yeah, I have a playlist too, and it's like 55 people at this point.
yeah, like
So it's really growing.
it's a good thing. It's like I'm 100% about humanity. And I feel
Yeah.
like the more we talk about things and overcome things and just kind of put each other back in a human form, then
Mhm.
the more we can communicate. You know what I mean? So like I really think like whatever challenges that come to you, just go ahead and do it, because you just never know. Even if it's the fun ones that don't really necessarily have depth to it, you just don't know how it may touch someone. You know what I mean? So
Right, absolutely.
I
You know,
think
even the one, like I say, even the first challenge that I did, it was still a lot of thought that went into that, and that was something totally for us to have fun with. But I just, again, for me, it was about bringing people together. It
mhm,
was during a time where we were having a lot uncertainty as far as the mukbang community was concerned. You know, you had a group of people over here that were kind of fussing, and a group of people over here that were fussing, and it was just like, what are we gonna do? You know, like, are we? You know, people was like, oh, the mukbang community is drama, and it's this and it's that and the other, and that was really how that challenge came about. Like, let's do something fun in our community that can expand out of our community, but to bring us all back together and connect us, and so that we can have fun with each other and things like that, and get to know each other. And that was really a lot of fun. You know, it was really
mhm,
a lot of fun. But and a lot of people did that challenge. You know, so you know, the same with this one. A lot of people have done this challenge, and I appreciate all the people who have done it. I knew that day in that chat when I was saying the so what's, and to speak that over your life and things like that. I knew in my heart that that was going to be something big. And I don't mean big in terms of number, I mean big as far as impact of
right.
people who could be set free from that, you know. So I really felt that in my spirit. I felt really aligned with the universe and God and all of that in that moment.
Mhm.
So
What
yeah.
made you come up with your name, your YouTube name? I often ask people that.
Say it again.
What made you come up with your YouTube name? I often ask people that.
Oh, um, so the N Thangs part is something like a family thing that I have. We talk like that. You know, we going to the party and things, or we
Okay.
going shopping and things, or you know what I'm saying. So that's something that I say a lot, and like I said, in my family, and then I just put mukbang in front of it, mukbang and things. So yeah, because I didn't want to. I knew that I would be eating on camera, cooking on camera, but you know, I knew I wanted to eventually do other things. So
Mhm.
that's kind of where the things came in from. So, you know, I enjoy cooking on camera, and doing, you know, those voiceover videos and stuff. I enjoy that a whole lot better than I do sitting down eating and talking. I don't mind talking. I love it. I love the interaction and things like that. But I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. I like that a little bit more because that way I'm showing, you know, if you wanna transition to this lifestyle, you can. It's not hard. That's the only thing that I be trying to show people. Because every time somebody you say vegans, they be like, "Oh, you
Mhm.
just eat a piece of wood," or "What do you eat?" And "Oh, I feel so bad for you." Don't feel bad for me because I eat well. I eat very well, and I'm always satisfied. So it's more so of people, you know, it's just lack of knowledge. You don't really know. So
The
It
discipline.
definitely has came a long way. I think before, back in the day, it used to be you could taste something and you wouldn't have any flavor and all these different things, and everything was tofu, and but we have really, really advanced, and I love being able to create things that I like out of non-traditional things. I love being able to create a mock chicken sandwich, or because I happen to like the taste of chicken. I
Mhm.
just can't eat chicken anymore. I choose not to eat chicken anymore, but I still love the taste of it.
Mm. Did you find it like nerve-wracking when you did your first video, like when you posted your first video? Did you post your first video like when you had a bunch of people or just by yourself, like when you just first came out? You know what I mean?
When I first did, I made 10 videos that I
Okay.
never posted. I sent them out to family and friends and was like, what y'all think of this? So I kept practicing like that. I
Okay.
did that. I did that like 10 times for real. And I was like, would you watch this? If you clicked on this channel, would you watch it? Or do I seem comfortable in front of the camera and different stuff like that? So I always try to plan things as best I can. Like, if they would have said to me, "Oh no, I don't like it. I don't like what you're doing," I'm not saying that would have stopped me. Like I would have been like, and took that and been like, "Oh no, I can't do it." But it was just, though I sent it to people who I trusted, or people who I knew watch YouTube and stuff. But um, the first video that I posted, I think was the Burger King Impossible
Okay.
burger, and I was like, how I was about to send that out to people again too, right? The video. And I was like, how many of these videos you gonna send out to people? Just go ahead. You already created the page. Just go ahead and post the video. So that's what I did. I just said, okay, post it. And I posted it. Like I didn't have any subscribers. I mean, I probably had those same 10 family members who was watching the videos. They probably were the ones that have subscribed to the channel.
Hmm.
And it just kind of like really, really it grew, and I started meeting people, and then within a week, I had like 100 subscribers,
Wow.
and then yeah, like in 2 weeks, I had like 150, and then the next week after that, I had 200, and then the next, it just kept going up and up and up and up and up, and I kept that same pace until I hit the 1K.
Okay.
So
Do you find like, do you have any moments where you're just like, I want to give it up altogether?
yeah, I do, and it's usually tied to propaganda.
Okay.
Um, is I have a very low tolerance for things, for BS. If I see a lot of things that I don't like, I kind of be like, I'm not with that. um it's a lot of things that have happened on the back end of YouTube that I have discovered since monetization that
Okay.
I don't like. um and it's like, is this really worth it? You have to really, love this. You have to really be in it for a different reason. You cannot be in it. Money cannot be your main motivating factor, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Because if it is, you're gonna fail. You're gonna burn out. You're gonna kaput, right? Numbers cannot be a motivating factor because the numbers are always gonna fluctuate. The views go up and down. The views don't aren't always what they used to be. It's a lot of different things that can really affect your thinking as far as this is concerned. But again, like I said, you have to really love doing YouTube, and you have to know your why for doing it, and the people who you have connected with, your audience, those who look, to you or whatever. Is it really important for you to continue to do this for them? This is what you started for them as well as yourself, not just yourself. But I've definitely had times where I'm just like, I can't do this. Right now, I have YouTube on probation,
Oh,
like with a job. So,
okay.
yeah. And
What
after
made you
that,
put it in probation?
yeah, after that probationary period is up, if I don't see some things that I want to see that are outlined in my probation checklist,
Oh,
then I will be gone.
wow. Y'all hear that? You better go share her videos out. Do whatever you gotta do to keep her going. That's cray cray. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. How long is your probation for?
At first, I said it was 3 months, 90 days.
Mhm.
They do have some jobs now that will extend the probation 6 months. I think that's a long time, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it about 4.5 months
Mm,
post monetization.
okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope you start meeting whatever your probationary guidelines are so that you don't go. Because we do, you have a voice here and we appreciate you.
Yeah, I mean, even if I didn't have a day-to-day channel like I do now, I would think I would still be around. I love supporting people. I think I do have a very supportive nature and spirit. I've always been like that, so I would always be around in some way or other. I
Mhm.
don't necessarily want to walk away. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot of time, a whole lot of time, and a whole lot of dedication, money spent, things like that. Somebody's like, "Oh yeah, I just record everything on my phone. Boom, I upload it, and boom, there you go." My process is not like that. I'm very, very meticulous in the way that I record and how I do my editing, and the if I even though I'm using my phone, I still want to make sure that you can see everything that you need to see, or that I'm giving you all the information that I need to give you. So it might take me 24 hours to edit a video.
Wow. Hey, Pandy. Miss Terrell has a question for you.
Will I ever do a behind the scenes of monetization? I don't know. I thought about it. My thing is, because a lot of things that I saw for myself, I was like, oh, nobody told me about this. Nobody tell you about this stuff. But I can kind of understand why, because I don't want to discourage anybody, because some people will take that and be like, okay, I'm done. And their experience could be totally different from my experience.
Mhm.
I ain't gone nowhere. I told Octavia.
That's
So
Octavia. She be in
let's
the
not even put
bushes.
that in the atmosphere. We just talking.
She said she be in the bushes. Did you hear my new song? Did you hear my new song?
Who you talking to?
You.
What song?
Okay, I'll sing it for you. Too
Oh my
bad,
gosh.
too bad Adam isn't here.
A song about the bushes?
Yes. And Octavia be dropping down. I think Dining with Zion came in here one day, and then
Uh-huh.
that song was birthed then. And so it goes like this. You'll never find me in the bushes. I drop down and say hello. Yeah, yeah. You'll never see me in the bushes.
Okay.
I drop down and say hello. Yeah, yeah. When that combo is bomb bomb, I gotta drop and say hello. Yeah, yeah. That's how it goes. So it was
Okay.
kind of just like a joke type of thing. And I
Yeah.
was like, because there's people that are always in in the airways and not coming down to whatever. So I was
Sometimes you gotta be in the bushes though,
really why?
because you're doing things. You're busy.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
you might, you still want to be there to support, but I mean, if I'm in the bushes, that's usually why. And sometimes I'm really tired or different things like that, and I can't necessarily talk or be active in the chat, but I still want to hear what you have to say.
Mhm.
So I understand the bushes. It's just don't be sitting in the bushes and taking what I say and be using it for your own gain, that kind of thing.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
There are many uses for the bushes.
really, I don't know. I don't see, like, when I'm on YouTube, I don't really think about stuff. I just go, you know what I mean? I guess
Yeah.
I guess I'm too free-spirited when I'm on YouTube. I don't think that deeply about stuff, you know? So, I don't know, but I will say this though, the numbers, if I paid attention to the numbers, I would have been done a long time ago.
Right, Miss Terrell.
What you say? I need to see what I'm walking into. Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, Trap Vision, what's going on?
But
Um,
yeah, I agree with that. If if you get caught up in numbers, it's really gonna be a bad experience for you. I think that could be very stressful in itself.
mhm,
So that's why I say you really have to appreciate and love what you're doing and love the connections and all that stuff like that because the numbers, you know, everybody's not going to see your video. I have over 1,800 subscribers, and 20% of those people get my notifications.
mhm.
So, and it affects my views. I have people tell me all the time they don't get my notifications until after it has posted, or a couple of days later, or at all. And it has been several people who have told me the same thing, or that they have tried to turn on my notification bell and it won't let them, saying that my channel was for kids, and it's not.
Yeah.
I have already contacted YouTube about it. We've chatted about it and everything. And they were like, no, your channel is not for kids. No, no, it's no notification issues. No, 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 blah, 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 blah. So I
Well,
didn't even,
they have to unsubscribe, clear the cache, and then resubscribe, and they'll be able to, because that happened to me a few times. Where
yeah, and that will correct it, but I
Yeah.
just don't even want to go through telling people that one by one. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's just a little bit too much for people. So I'm just like whatever. But those who have asked me or who have mentioned it to me lately, I have told them that because every time when somebody says that that's what they do, that seems to fix the problem.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, no, my channel is not for kids.
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't believe it. I don't know how people, like, I don't know if people view my channel and that comes up. I really don't know because I don't look back to see, and no one has ever told me that. But
Mhm.
I can see how frustrating that is if you have to tell like loads and loads and loads and loads of people that. But I don't know. Where do you see yourself in a year or two from now?
As far as what in life or just YouTube,
YouTube and life, your books. I mean, your books, your cookbook.
everything is just, the way that I think that I've been thinking is different now, mainly because of COVID-19.
Mm,
Um, so I don't know. So many things have changed. Um, I do hope that, I definitely won't be in the same place. That's for sure. As far as my channel is concerned or anything. Um, I was supposed to be finished school this year. Um, Again, this whole COVID-19 thing has changed all that, so that's going to be put off by a year.
okay.
Um, Next year, sometime in 2021. But that's okay. I mean, I've been at that for a long time. Um, I really, really would like to um, be a business owner.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't know. That was something that I was kind of working towards, um, writing plans for before all this stuff started coming about. I had just been thinking about that for a while. So, I don't know. But it will definitely be something different in all avenues, especially with my channel and things like that. I mean, when I say different, I definitely mean better, something where I have, things have evolved and I don't know what direction it's going to take right now. I do feel really uncertain about things right now. So yeah. Maybe we can revisit that question in 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
2 months, we're still gonna be in the same spot. I mean, things
You
may
think so?
yeah. Things may open, a few things may open here or there, but the general fear people have, the reluctancy to be around people, I
Oh
think
yeah, I think that is going to be that
businesses,
forever change, but I think we
storefronts,
are going to be forced to return to work and things like that.
storefronts and stuff, like I think more, I mean, I don't know for a fact, but I think more businesses are gonna be like remote. And I feel
Mhm.
like a lot of the restaurants and storefronts that we go to are not gonna open back.
Right, 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 right.
And
Yeah.
if they do open, like, you know, I got some crushing news the other day. Um, it's so hard, but like the person that's been doing my hair for majority of my life, they're not opening back up and they're leaving the country. So now just to figure that out, that's like a whole, that's probably the one thing out of this whole virus situation that is like the most detrimental, right?
Mhm.
But everything else, like, everything else I've been able to go with the flow. But this right here, so,
Yeah.
I was just saying that to say, like, storefront places, they're probably not going to open again. And, the aids that they were supposed to get, they're not going to get. So I think in 2 months from now, I think a lot of it's going to still be semi the same. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I don't know. I don't know. I just think remote is probably going to be the way to go with a lot of stuff. So whatever business you're about to open, you know.
Yeah, and everybody may not be able to, everybody is not going to be able to move forward with that. Like I've seen some businesses that have really flourished um, since this has happened, and even some new businesses that have come about, but some just haven't had the wherewithal to withstand it. So that's very sad. It's
Mm.
very sad. Hey, Aquaticness, how are you? It's been a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I hope for the
Hey,
best.
Purple.
Who?
Purple Love. Hey, Purple.
Oh, I didn't do my theme song for her. I let her off the hook today. I usually sing her a little
I
song.
didn't know you were so big on singing.
I'm not really. I mean, yeah, I like singing. It's yeah,
I do too.
I like singing. I mean, like, I know I could get a Grammy or a platinum album easily.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, I've been known to like give the right notes to people when they need it. I give it to them. It goes from here into right into their vocal cords, and then it
Oh,
comes out wonderfully. So, like, I've been known, you know what I'm saying? I be in the studio sometimes and whatnot. But
do you rap? Are you an MC?
no, not at all. I just know music. Like
Yeah.
music is something that I do know. And when I used to delve in the music industry, I was in the studio a lot, doing post production and stuff like that. So I like music, and I may not be completely 100% tuned in, but I know the tune that you're supposed to have.
Yeah.
Oh, Stephanie's like, do you believe her? Uh,
Ah,
I'm doing good, Aquatic. Um, but I really think that you should definitely pursue everything. Don't delay, don't wait. Now is always the time. I think that's the one thing about me that through the course of the years, I just said, whatever. I try to plan things and those plans never work. So a lot of times you just gotta go ahead and go. So whatever you gotta do, just do it. And if it
yeah.
doesn't work out the way you intended, then it worked out right. Ooh.
Yeah.
Purple says she stayed in the bushes. So I'm gonna put you on full screen, and if you could give everybody like a nice little word of advice, tell everybody where they can find you, your videos, where they can get your books, your cookbook, and where
There
they
are no books. Stop saying that.
okay. Where they can find you, whatever social media you want to give out, all right?
Guys, hi y'all. Y'all, most of y'all know where to find me, how to find me. But if you don't, I am Mukbang N Thangs on YouTube. Mukbang, just like you see on the screen. That is also my Instagram. That is also my TikTok. I'm trying to get into TikTok, y'all. I'm trying to learn. I haven't really, haven't really got into no TikTok dances yet and stuff like that, but I am gonna try that. Just keep watching the content, what I'm giving out. If you're interested, the whole thing about the book, it has not come yet into fruition. It's not on print yet. But when it does become available, I will definitely share that with you guys. Absolutely. I'm not just going to keep it once it becomes on print. And I'm going to be looking into some self-publishing options and things like that, which I already have the information on. So yeah, guys, just try to keep your head up in this time. Try to remain as calm as possible. Um, you know, have your core group of support, your family, your friends, encourage people. Let's try not to be so hard on people and try to be so judgmental. Continue to say so what about certain things. It is a part of you, your true beauty, your true chemical makeup, your true whatever, all it is about you, your experience and things like that. It just is what it is. And just continue to declare so what over your life as it pertains to certain things. And I feel that you will be okay. You know, um, that's pretty much it.
Well, I appreciate you for being here. I hope you're not going to be a stranger. You're more than welcome to come back anytime. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and such. Kindness is free.
It really is.
Trap Vision said he's about to run your playlist, and he's that. Do you know Trap Vision?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you know him. He's definitely a cool person. Everybody in the chat, if I
Mm-hmm.
didn't say hi to you individually, it's nothing against you. I just wanted to be all about mukbang today. So I appreciate you guys being here.
Thank
Um,
you so much for having me.
Oh, of course, anytime. I definitely am thankful. Guys, if you ever want to get to know anything more about Be the Difference clothing or me, just go to my website. Um, as I always say, you are beautiful, you're amazing. There is no mistake about you. Wake up every day, be willing to put your best foot forward and be the best version of yourself no matter what, even especially when it's horrible times, bad times, and different
Mm-hmm.
times. Those are the things that will mean more than anything. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I definitely appreciate you, Mukbang. Please continue to do everything that you're doing. It's being effective. It's being effective.
Thank
So
you.
definitely keep doing what you're doing. I can't wait for your books to come out. I definitely will be purchasing a cookbook. You heard it here. And I'll actually purchase two cookbooks and I'll do a giveaway on here. Um, so yeah, I definitely can't wait for that. If it's in 2020, that's dope. If not, then whatever. But it was definitely good to have you. So my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and this is
It's my banging things. It's my bang,
and
girl D.
we are signing out on another episode. You got to say it with me. Come on, in your best voice.
What are we saying?
Hello. Come
Hello,
on.
world.
Yes, but give it some, like I want to hear it from your diaphragm. And we're signing out on another episode of
Hello, world.
Hello World.
Hello, world.
Bye, guys.